These are the 5 key things I learned from the game today. First of all, we'll start with Jorrel Hato. Jorrel Hato, since the coming of Liam Rosinho, has been absolutely fantastic for Chelsea. Just the same way we have Joao Pedro playing fantastically well up front. Jorrel Hato has been a different player since the new manager came in. He plays the passes very well. He inverts properly. He's not always carded. Under Maresca, one of the things about Jorrel Hato was the fact that he was always committing fouls that weren't actually needed. He'd get yellow carded here and there. But under the new manager, he's very composed, does not engage in stupid doors. He gets the ball. Even the Estevao goal, if you look at the way he inverted, he wasn't even coming off the right wing, sorry. He plays left back, was coming from the left wing, and the pass was absolutely fantastic. The way he curved in and played a very good pass was good. It seems like the Cucurella saga is going to turn into a blessing for Jorrel Hato. First of all, the manager likes him, and whenever he plays him, he delivers. So Jorrel Hato has been putting him in shift. He plays very well. If you watch the game against Arsenal, he was on Saka for the whole game. And another thing I think is added to his game is the fact that he plays good passes. Like I said, the assist to Estevao was fantastic. If he keeps improving the way he does, I think he might be the key one for Chelsea, because defensively, obviously, Cucurella is a more mature player. It's an overall better left back than him. But going forward, I think Jorrel Hato has a lot to him. First of all, his kicking ability is really good. You rarely see him kick the ball woefully like Cucurella does all the time, or most of the time. Jorrel Hato is really good with his kick, and defensively he's very composed. He keeps his eyes on the ball, and it's not always carded like Cucurella. So I think Cucurella is still the man in that position, but in the short run, Jorrel Hato is going to come in. Not in the long run, in the short run, Jorrel Hato is going to come in and he may actually seize that position. Second thing I learned from this game, Liam Delap. So Delap came in the second half for Joao Pedro, and he played more than 25 minutes but could not register a shot on target. There was no meaningful impact. He couldn't impact the game properly. He was more like he was really passive for the game, for most of the game. He was there, but he wasn't there. And I'm glad that Garnacho actually took that penalty, because if Delap had scored the penalty today, it would have felt like he did something, but he didn't do nothing. Like, I feel bad for him because he's struggling. First of all, I think when he was playing for Ipswich, the difference is he has that green to run in front of. So obviously when you're playing Ipswich, you're the man up front, you're occupying the centre back, and the moment the team attacking you loses the ball, your defenders kicks the ball up front, Delap has the ability to hold onto the ball, push into space, and take a good shot. So this was part of the things he was benefiting last season. But moving into Chelsea, he hasn't actually capitalized on that. I'm not saying he's a terrible striker. I think he needs help. And part of this help is, one, patience, because he needs to understand how it's done in the big game. First of all, in those small teams like Ipswich and the likes, when you move from there, you don't move to Chelsea. You move to Aston Villa, where you have more of them type of games and big games. So you have both. But for Chelsea, you have one type of game where you are the one who goes to get the goals. You are expected to win every game you go into. Right? Even if you're playing at Real Madrid, you're expected to go there, attack them, and win that game. But for Ipswich, you're not expected to do that. Every point is a blessing. And for Villa, you're allowed to lose some games. You can lose to Manchester United, home and away. It's not a crime. You can lose to Chelsea, home and away. It's not a crime. You can lose to Liverpool. You can lose to Man City. You can lose to Tottenham. And you can actually, you can lose some sizable games. So just like everyone has said at the beginning, I think Delap, and I said it before, has missed a step in his development. And he would do him some good if we can actually allow him to enjoy some more time. And I don't think it would be fair to loan him out next season. But if we were sending Delap out on loan next season, I think it would be good for him. But I don't want a case whereby he goes on loan and it's over for him. Because we need a striker that is actually a proper striker. Like a box 18, a fox in a box. Joao Pedro is not that guy. He's more like an out-and-out striker, a Brazilian striker, Delima type of striker that wants to hold on to the ball, involving creativity and like dribble and all of that stuff. Delap does not care. He wants to score. So I think we need to help him to get to that level and understand what it takes to play at this level. The third point from this game today is Captain Palmer. Just like the Cucurella saga, I think the Enzo Fernandez saga has opened a door for something that we actually need in Chelsea. We need a more vocal Cole Palmer, a more responsible Cole Palmer, a Cole Palmer that knows that he's a big player and he has to wear that cloth all the time. So before now, when Cole Palmer plays, he's the guy that, he's always on his own. He's not talking, whatever it is. Yes, I know there are leaders like this, like the Lionel Messi of the world, but I think Cole Palmer being a captain today, I saw him talking quite a few bits shit. Like, he was talking to the Port Vale defenders. He was talking to the referee sometimes. He was engaged in the play. And when he was leaving, he gave the armband to Tosin and actually gave him that, all right, cool, go on, go get it done. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think Cole Palmer is a leader or will be a key part of this dressing room. Just like Enzo Fernandez, he played for Argentina, he won the World Cup. Cole Palmer has been in the dressing room that actually won the Champions League, the Premier League, and all the trophies that are available, Club World Cup, Super Cup. He wasn't the City team that dominated everything. So I think it's good to have him in. It's good to have him in, and making him a captain might actually be a blessing in disguise. Because when he start being more vocal, he start being that guy, and he start adding that to his game, that authority comes in play. He's not too shy to actually engage. And then he start wearing that aura and start dealing with that discipline whilst playing on the pitch. Because one of the things I think is struggled a bit with is the fact that now defenders know that, okay, cool, you're the key man, we're going to attack you. So when Cole Palmer knows that he's a leader and he can't just give in easily to defenders, because he has to develop that leadership quality off the pitch, on the pitch, on the ball, and off the ball. Today, if you notice, he was chasing every ball. He was running constantly. He wasn't letting anyone take him off his game. He wasn't seeing the game like, all right, cool, this is just perfect. And kudos to all Chelsea players. They all took the game really seriously. So Cole Palmer being that guy today was actually good. I was happy when I saw him with the armband. And again, because of the way he is, everyone sort of likes Cole Palmer. He's like the model into what Chelsea wants to do. Buy young talent that you believe in, that hasn't actually done it at the top level, bring him in, and he will do it at that top level. So with Reece James being that academy product and Cole Palmer being that young star that hasn't really done it at the top, but bring him in, he's going to deliver. I think we are in the right direction in terms of what we're doing after the Enzo Fernandez bit. If we are giving the captain armband to a Tosin or a Caicedo, it wouldn't reflect properly. So giving that armband to Cole Palmer, I think was a good decision, because he wore it on the pitch today and it delivered. And again, this is going to be another reason for him to actually want to stay in the club, because now he's a key figure in that dressing room. He now knows that responsibility has been bestowed on him. So, all right, cool, it's me. I'm part of the leadership group here. It's me, Reece James, these guys, that guy. Look, I love Enzo Fernandez, but what he did was offline, and his agent actually doubled down and actually crossed the line. So I think having a Cole Palmer bringing himself into this role is key for Chelsea. It's the Enzo Fernandez position. I said this before and I'll say it again. Chelsea have got a lot of quality in that position that Enzo Fernandez occupies, but a key reason why he plays is because he plays key passes and he gets goals. But Cole Palmer can't get all those goals. I remember Alex Song, when he moved to Barcelona, he said something. He said, in Barcelona, they tell you, look, Messi can score. We need you to do your job. You're primarily here to defend or to do this, to do that. When you do that, pass the ball to Messi or the attackers and they will do it. If they don't do it, if it comes up to you and you do it, calm. But remember why you're here. I think the main reason why we need Enzo Fernandez in that midfield is orchestrating play, dictating the pace of the game, deep lining playmaking, and key passes. And there's a player we have already that can come in and do the exact same job. And that guy is called Valentin Bako. He plays for Strasbourg. He's going to come in and do pretty much what Enzo Fernandez does. I know people are going to say, look, if Enzo Fernandez is not even physical enough, how can Bako be physical enough? Are you telling me that because of physicality, a player like Pedri will come to the Premier League and flop? Or are you telling me that Bernardo Silva is very physical? It depends on how you apply yourself. I think Valentin Bako, having played for Brighton, understands the league. So coming into a Chelsea team, he would actually bring something key that we actually miss. I'm not saying that it's finished or over for Enzo Fernandez in Chelsea, But I'll say it again, I would not lose sleep if he leaves this team. Because again, if he leaves, you see a Santos playing there today. Santos and Lavia, or Lavia and Caicedo, or Caicedo and Lavia, or Valentin Bracco and Caicedo. Look, 100 mil for Enzo Fernandez, or 107 or 120, sell him. It's not a bad deal. His agent's already trying to make the whole place messy. And Chelsea need to go into the market and get players who are emotionally stable enough to actually help the team. I think we have a good team. I don't trust the manager, but I believe that players like Enzo Fernandez, who don't believe in the project no more, they need to go. And I hear people talking about the fact that, oh, the club was biased. Enzo Fernandez and Cucurella pretty much said the same thing. Why does Enzo Fernandez have to go? Let me tell you something, yeah? Look, in business, in life, nothing is fair. Nothing is fair. There's context to why people do something. So Enzo Fernandez was in a contract negotiation with Chelsea. Yeah? All right, cool. I need to earn more money because what I bring to the team is not delivering enough. Mind you, the reason why he's actually saying all of this is because he feels that Chelsea might actually miss Champions League football. That means a dink in his wage because Chelsea pay you on the basis of, all right, cool, what competition are we playing? Enzo Fernandez is one of the easiest and easily replaceable players in Chelsea. He's fantastic. I love him. I love his passion. I love how he plays. He's a Chelsea player through and through. He trusted the project for anyone else trusted the project, but no player is bigger than the club. And if he wants to leave, let him leave. Let me know what you think in the comment section. How impressed are you generally with Jorrel Hato? And again, the Enzo Fernandez position, what do you think? Would you lose sleep when he leaves the club? Or do you think we have enough in the ranks in terms of Andres Santos, Romeo Lavia, Caicedo, Esugo, and even Valentin Bracco, who's going to come into Chelsea at the end of the season? And again, what do you make of Captain Palmer? Would you want Cole Palmer to return that armband to Enzo Fernandez? Personally, if Enzo Fernandez is going to leave at the end of the season, I don't see any reason why he should actually be captain of Chelsea. I don't think so. What are you going to leave when you're going to leave anyway? Just leave Palmer and build him into that captain that you want him to be. Because Palmer is more believable in terms of what the project stands for. For Enzo Fernandez, we got Caicedo of that same ilk. Same for Joao Pedro. But for a player like Cole Palmer, himself and Malo Gusto or Estevao are the only three players that are for different ilk. Like, all right, cool. We believe in your talent. We want you to come here and prove that you can do it at the top level if that opportunity is presented. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and let me know whatever you think you actually seen from the game against Port Vale that makes you hopeful out of the game against Man City.